7 signs you might be getting gaslighted right now. Gaslighting is one of the most deceptive forms of emotional manipulation. It's sneaky, deliberate, and designed to make you question your sense of reality. What makes it so dangerous? It happens gradually, so gradually that you often don't realize it's happening until the damage is already done. In this video, we're breaking down the warning signs that suggest you're being gaslighted right now, so you can recognize it and reclaim your clarity and power. 1. You keep questioning yourself. One of the biggest red flags of gaslighting is constantly doubting your thoughts, choices, or memories. You start wondering if you're just imagining things, being too sensitive, or misremembering conversations. You might catch yourself thinking, "Did I really say that? Am I blowing this out of proportion?" That kind of self-doubt doesn't appear out of thin air. It's the result of the gaslighter's subtle manipulations and denials. If you're always second-guessing yourself, your gut might be trying to tell you something. 2. They make your feelings seem like an overreaction. Gaslighters love to downplay your emotions. They'll say things like, "You're being dramatic," or "You're too emotional." This isn't about calming you down. It's about making you feel unstable and unreasonable. Eventually, you might stop expressing your emotions altogether just to avoid judgment or ridicule. But your emotions are real, and they matter. If someone is constantly brushing them off, take that as a serious red flag. 3. They deny things that clearly happened. A classic gaslighting move is flat-out denying reality. Even when you clearly remember what was said or done, they'll act like it never happened. You might say, "We talked about this," and they'll respond, "No, we didn't." This kind of denial isn't a misunderstanding. It's a calculated move to make you question your memory and depend more on their version of events. If this keeps happening, it's not just confusion, it could be gaslighting. 4. They always put the blame on you. A gaslighter will rarely own up to their mistakes. Instead, they twist the story to make it seem like you caused the problem, even when it's clearly on them. They'll say things like, "This wouldn't have happened if you hadn't," or "You made me act this way." This strategy keeps you stuck in a cycle of guilt and self-blame, making it easier for them to stay in control. If you constantly feel like the bad guy, even when you're not, that's a big warning sign of gaslighting. 5. They say you're too sensitive. When you try to speak up about how their actions hurt you, a gaslighter might respond with, "You're too sensitive," or "Can't you take a joke?" This is just another way of brushing off your emotions and making you question whether your reactions are valid. By labeling you as overly emotional, they avoid taking accountability for their behavior. If you're always the one apologizing for how you feel, it's time to take a step back and reassess the relationship. 6. You feel alone and unsupported. Gaslighters often try to separate you from the people who care about you. They might subtly, or not so subtly, suggest that your friends or family don't have your best interests at heart. They'll say things like, "Your family always sides against you," or "Your friends don't really get you." This isolation tactic is meant to break down your support system so you rely more heavily on them, making it easier to manipulate you. Feeling cut off from others is a major red flag and a common gaslighting strategy. 7. You're constantly on edge around them. If you feel like you're always walking on eggshells, afraid of setting them off or saying the wrong thing, that's a huge sign something's wrong. Gaslighters create a tense environment where you're never sure what will trigger their anger or passive-aggressive response. This constant state of anxiety makes you more cautious, more obedient, and easier for them to control. If being yourself feels unsafe around someone, trust that instinct. It's a sign of emotional manipulation. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and don't forget to stick around this channel for more eye-opening videos coming your way.